Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and today I want to do a tribute to the end of winter. So we're going to be taking these pretty maple leaves that I've pressed, and I've had them pressed for a while, and they're so neat with all the veins behind it and stuff. They're just so pretty. We are going to be pressing them, or gluing them rather, down to our paint paper and adding some fun stamping and stuff. So this is some of the things that you'll need, or that I'm going to use, is some pressed leaves or pressed flowers, whatever you want to use, works great. Some permanent ink, some words. I was just going to do some words out of here. And some glue, which is just Elmer's glue. Just some Elmer's glue, just to glue down the leaves. Water, and some paints. These are just some cheap paints that I've had. They're just like kid paints that are, yeah, they're cheap. So any kind of paints that you got hanging around for watercoloring works great, and it turns out beautiful. Okay, so we got this, and then this is the kind of paper that I'm painting on. It's 136 GSM, and it's just watercolor. I've had this we've had it underneath our shelf forever, and I mean, it's just, it's a nice weight, and I really like it, and it's a good, it's a 9x12, that's the size, 90 pound, so not sure where we got it. Who knows? Probably Walmart or something. I mean, I'm sure you could just get it any kind of store. So any kind of paper will work great. And let's get started here. So I hope you guys are having a crafty day today and getting out all your pressed leaves and fun things to play with. Okay, so what I'm doing is just taking my mixture. It's just glue, Elmer's glue, and then just some water. It's not quite 50-50, it's more Elmer's glue. And you could just use straight up Elmer's. Doesn't matter either way. So what we're gonna do is just find a way we wanna start putting these down. So pick out your leaves you want. And I'm just putting down a good amount of glue underneath it and over the top of it. And if you notice the stem isn't really sticking down as good as you would like, you could go ahead and cut it off if you want to, or wait till it dries and see how good it sticks. Because sometimes it could be a little warped and it won't stick quite right. So you could put a good amount of glue around it. Okay. And then I'm just going to continue. Okay, so I figured while we're waiting for that to dry, let's go ahead and play around with some imprinting of leaves. And this is what I got. I was testing it out. So it's kind of a cool texture to have in the back of a painting. So let's see. So what I'm using is a little unorthodox. It's 3D paint, and I'm just watering it down over here and painting the back of the leaf with it. So let's try a different color. So this is metallic. What did I use here? This is metallic brown right there. And then this one is metallic gold. So let's see. So I'm just putting some over to the side here, just on a little piece of cardboard. And this is just a cheap paintbrush. Let's see. It's called Prang, P-R-A-N-G, number sign G. So that's what it is. And this one, you can't read it, but it's the same thing. And they seem to work pretty good. So I think any old paintbrush would work too. We're not doing nothing too technical here. So I'm just painting the back of it. I'm watering it down over here. And I just thought these were fun because they got like a sparkle to them. And I figure since we're tributing, you know, the end of the winter here, doing a tribute, why not do some pressed leaves? Okay, and then because it is dried leaf and I don't want to crumble it, so I'm just pressing it down with this wet. It's just a wet paintbrush. Or yeah, I think dry would probably be too rough, so it's just damp. And then lift it straight up. See, I think that's kind of fun. You get like a cool, just technique in the back here, a little texture. So let's try a different one. So I'm just going to keep doing that and playing around. Metallic copper. And then the other ones I'll be using is metallic purple. So I think that turned out really pretty. Just kind of neat in the background here. And then the last one I used was red. It's just a red. Okay. So I'm going to dry this really quick and then let's play around with it some more. Okay. So I just used my heat gun to go ahead and dry this. And now I'm going to go ahead and just take my stamps. And these are just some script stamps that I have. And I think this turned out really cute. It's got like the neat little shimmer to it. So that's fun. And this is permanent ink, like I said. Okay. I like that. And there's no particular way I'm putting it on or, you know, nothing like that. I'm just kind of slapping it down and seeing what happens. Just gives it a little more background and fun things to look at. Yeah, I don't want to cover up too much of it all. So there we go. We got that. So it's just stacking it up. Okay, so now the next thing I think would be really fun to do is let's get out our cutters. I want to make some journaling cards with them. I mean, how fun would that be? And then I got some more surprises I wanted to try to add to it after we cut them. So let's see. What do I want to do? I mean, there's no real size, just whatever size you guys want to do. Okay. Because these could be made into pockets and stuff too. Okay. Looks good to me. I'm gonna just get my corner chomper here. Let's see where we're at. Which ones do we want to mess with? Kind of, so I got paint and permanent ink on my hands, so it's kind of nice to keep like a wet wipe or something beside you where you can try to get some of it off as you're working. Just a little bit here. Oh, Kitty wants to come say hi. Little Patty. Okay. So I like this one, and this one. So we'll do those. And then these are great, like pockets and tucks, and we can use those for something later. But for now, let's mess with this. I'm really liking it. Okay, so I don't want to use that yet. What I want to do is I got my napkins over here. Just my pretty, they're actually paper towels. And they're 2-ply, so I went ahead and ripped off the 1-ply already. And this is the back of it. And these are great to keep. I mean, you can spray them with your dyes and stuff, like your inks and the oxides and stuff like that, and color them, or food coloring. That's a great way to make them, you know, and then you can take them and decoupage them down. Kind of like what we're going to do now with the gluing. So this one has different butterflies and flowers, and I just really love this paper towel. I use it all the time. Okay, so what I want to do, I don't really want to cover up a bunch of what we did, but you're going to be able to see through it. So it just gives it another layer. So I just want to like put something down, and it's just a glue and water mixture here that we used earlier. And it's the same concept. And this is why we use the permanent ink. Oh, it's not quite dry. Well, well, well. Let me dry it real quick. I'm just gonna do it with my heat gun. Okay. I think I got it dry here. And we're just gonna put some of this down. Put our napkin on top. And you can see through it. And it just gives it some texture. So I think that is so pretty. Even if it curls up or bunches or wrinkles, that's what you want. I mean, it just gives it a cool, really neat effect. And the paper will curl up because this is water. You know, there's water and stuff in it, so just water base to it. So it will do a little curling, but once it dries, you can just press it with the book and just kind of flatten it out, and it'll be fine. So I'm just gonna continue and keep doing this. There we go. So we got all 3 of those done, and I'm gonna go check the leaves out there so we could do some fun things with those. So there we go. And I wanted to tell you guys, I was thinking about this, that these are the ending of winter and the emerging of spring. I mean, how neat is that? I didn't even do that on purpose, but it's got the spring butterflies and flowers coming up with the ending of winter in the background with the leaves that we stamped. And yeah, so that's kind of a fun, that's a fun little deal. And then it's got a great journaling spots in the back here, or you can even do some painting. These can be painting journaling cards. You can paint on the back of them. So that's kind of fun. So yeah, I thought I'd share that idea that I had with you guys. So we are dry enough. I mean, you can see it's a little damp, but I think it'll be okay. I hit it with my heat gun for a little bit, but I didn't want to do it too much because I didn't want these to crumple more. I have no idea. I didn't want to mess it up. Okay. So what we're going to do is get our paintbrush, and we're just going to do some fun, just watercoloring. So I'm just gonna, nothing in particular, no rhyme or reason. get some water on my paper. Let's see, let's get some fun colors going. So there we go. I was just adding just some browns and oranges and yellows, just kind of some, you know, autumn kind of colors, just throwing it in there. Okay. And I'm gonna let this dry. I'm just gonna hit it with my heat gun. And oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's incorporate some of these fun little 3D paints in here, because they got a really neat shimmer to it. And I really like the metallic copper. Let's see. So use them. I don't want them to dry up. So I'm just going to put them on the leaves, just to give it a little bit of shimmer, you know. And there we go. You guys can see the really neat just shimmer. And I just did it on the leaves. So we'll just leave it at that. And I'm going to dry this real quick. Let's stamp. So I think I got it dry enough for now. And I'm just going to use my stamps here. And there we go. So we got live, love, laugh. So I thought that'd be kind of fun. So you can add words to it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we did some fun tribute to the end of fall and the beginning of spring, which I got my little tags here. So I think that's a fun little tribute that we did today. And I also had this one I did the other day. I just wanted to show you guys. So I thought that, and it says every day embark adventure. And it's got the shiny. So yeah, like you can take these and you can rip them out, you can cut them out, you can put them in junk journals as a corner pocket would be a great idea. You can cut this one out, make a journaling card with it or a tag. Same here, you know, you can rip it or you could cut it, or you can use this whole page and make it into a journaling page to put into them. And there's so many fun different things that you could do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And please, I would love to hear from you guys. If you liked it, hit the like button. And if you could, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.